All right. Namaste, great souls. It's so wonderful to be with you all. And of course, this is, as a theme for the class, the Mother's Day is this weekend. But I really wanted to take it even as valuable and as wonderful as that is to the love, to the heart chakra in our class today. The intersection of human love and divine love. So in other words, this human love, and you may just want to take a moment and think of a personal connection of human love. Someone you feel loving toward, it could be an animal, a person, nature, and just feel that personal human love connection. And what we want to inquire into is where's the origin of this love coming from? Where's the origin of our human love? And yogis and other spiritual traditions will point us to, well, that's divine love that fuels our human love. And we may not always be tuned into that's the source it's coming from. But I want to invite you in our class and outside of this class to really move more into that expansion of where human love originates from, the source of that love. And it's greater potential than we could imagine. And so we'll work with the source of the cosmic energy that's fueling ourselves and all beings. And we want to amplify it, we want to recognize it, and we want to recognize the sacred gift of it and just let it fuel us. And then from that radiant energy, it fuels others. Okay, so that's probably enough talking about it. We're going to go into breath work and movement and the intersection of human love as where it comes from ultimately is divine love. All right, I'll scoot back a little bit and put this over here. Okay, so sitting comfortably. It's been a while since I believe I cued this one. We're going to take a double breath, short, long, and draw the shoulders up by the ears. Let me demonstrate first. Inhale. Tuck the chin to the hollow of the throat. Hold, 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 hold. And then lift the chin, short, long, exhale, double breath. Okay, we'll do this together. Inhale, short, long, inhale. Shoulders up by the ears, chin tucks to the hollow of the throat, throat chakra, navel to spine, second chakra, vibrate with energy, feel the energy in your form. And then lift the chin, the relaxation. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, jet the body up forward. Hold, it's called blocks, bandhas at the throat and the second chakra at the root. Vibrate with energy. And when you're ready, double breath, exhale. Feel the currents, the prana through the spine. One more time and throughout the whole body. Double breath. Hold, hold, hold. And I forgot to say there's a focus at the spiritual eye. Even though the head is down, engaging in the locks, there's an upward lift. And especially when we lift the chin. And now just turn the palms up and let the breath flow. Classic full yogic breath, belly, heart, spiritual eye. The upper chakras is as the divine life. And the heart, spiritual eye, the crown, then it pours back into the human, all the chakras of the body, all the cells of the body. We go from the earth, the root, upward to the spiritual eye, and then receiving life force, prana, divine energy, just letting that fuel our individual self. divine love, the divine life is fueling our individual self, the source of love. We're tuning in. We may not always do that in our personal self, but we want to be able to sense and feel where that comes from and perhaps amplify it, just like we amplified in the breath. And bringing the right ear to the right shoulder, left arm out to the side, opening up the neck. Place your hand on the side of the head, breathing in, opening up. So if you have a pet, which I think most of you do, you know, we may feel that loving energy, but we could take it a little bit further. We did inquire, where is the source of this energy coming from? Within me, within pet, within nature, within another being. A little deeper is an invitation to the source of love. And then lengthen up. Release the hand before we go to the other side. Look, chin parallel to the floor, looking over your left shoulder. Notice where the eye gaze stops, and then back to center. And then, of course, left ear to the shoulder, not shoulder to the ear. Right arm extends. Use your left hand. Ease that whole sternocleidomastoid front back attachment to the shoulder, radiant sensation down that arm. Maybe a slight look up or a slight look down to get the greatest opening here. Connecting in the side of the neck, the heart, the breath. When you feel complete, lengthen up through the crown, chin parallel, looking over slowly your right shoulder, seeing where the eye gaze stops, and back to center. We'll get up in a moment. One more movement here, opening those wings of joy, that expanded heart that we radiate from the heart out through the arms. Bring your hands behind the head at the base of the neck. Heart lifts, eye gaze up, elbows wide, opening up, and then drawing in. Yin face, chin tucked into the hollow of the throat. 2 more times at your pace. Opening, expansion, opening to light, love, wisdom, joy, all divine qualities. We're focusing on the love today. And exhale. Releasing our tension, things that may hold us back from opening to the source of all that is. Inhaling, radiating love and goodwill toward others, and we become that channel for divine love to flow through us as we exhale and release any blockages. All right, inhale, opening up just enough to transition, stretch up, feel the space all around you. Drawing the knees in, shaking out the legs. Thank you, body, for what you can do for getting me here today. And keep flowing. Let's make sure you have your block and blanket, your props by your side. Do a luxurious cat stretch, luxurious down dog. So as we like to do, making that figure 8 with the hips. And also, we also get the shoulders engaged as we do this. Think of love with that cosmic energy flowing through you. Personal love, take it deeper to its source. Cosmic, divine love, whatever you call that, flowing through you, source from the person that is sourcing the personal love, Scoop out the low, mid, upper back. Eye goes up. Just did the seated, but now we're in our classic cat. Exhale, rapid spine. Inhale, scooping out. Long swipe. Exhale. Step this. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Now neutral spine. Hover those knees off the ground. And then start to pour back. Bring your chest back towards your thighs. Luxuriate in or down dog. Full body stretch. As we know, this posture is wonderful for bowing to the wisdom of the heart, cultivating peace and calmness. Flow, you can stay stable. Really, your body will start speaking to you by already has. Compassion there. Let's add a little bit of twist here. This is in your practice. I like to bring that a little bit closer, just slightly. Right hand a little bit more in. Take the left hand between the knee and the ankle, the right calf. Just a gentle twist. It seems like a lot though, because we're on one arm. Breathing through the legs, spreading those toes. Energy radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. If possible, switch. You can always go down into child's or any other pose you like. Left hand a little bit farther in. Right hand, that outer calf, looking toward the left, underneath the left armpit, out to the side. Gentle twist in our down dog. Keep coming back to the Ujjayi breath. Back to your foundational body awareness. And release the hands. Let's take it into a regular plank, then a forearm plank. Strength pose. Strong through the heels, strong through the crown, through core, navel drawing toward the spine. Couple breaths here. And then bring one forearm down, then the other. You may or may not want your blanket underneath you. And then let the hips come down. Let the toes unfurl. And we know to massage the shoulders, still just warming up. Hydrating. And radiating love and goodwill to others, especially on back bend. So you can really feel the heart opening, and of course, Cobra is a back bend. So strong as we lift up. On the knees, off the knees, or on the forearms, add the lion's breath. I radiate love and goodwill to others. And as I do that, that person, it could feel like a personal love opens a channel for divine love to flow. Because ultimately, it's not ours, our own, it's greater than ourselves. But we are a channel for it, absolutely. And we are an individual expression of it, but it comes from a much greater source. And it's good to remember that. Okay, knees up, knees down, let's ease back. Let's ease back for a moment in a prayer pose. And then around the spine. Sure. Transitioning, so we're transitioning back to down dog, hovering those knees off the ground, pouring the chest toward the thighs. Keep pressing into the base of the fingers. Now we flow the energy to flow through you. Notice if there's stuckness, breathe into it. And just start to step one foot forward, then the other. One hand toward the foot, then the other. I like a slight bend of the knees. You can massage the back of the neck, especially those hollows. And remember, that's the ego jam, the individual self. It's pretty locked up there. We're really massaging in our practice and literally with our hands, the energy to the spiritual eye, crown of the head, the upper chakras. Remember the affirmation in this one? Nothing on earth can hold me as we come up. You can either come up with a rounded spine or straight spine. I'm going to come up with a rounded spine now. My soul, like a weightless balloon, soars upward to skies of eternal freedom. My soul, like a weightless balloon, soars upward to skies of eternal freedom. And just take a moment, notice where the hands want to be. Maybe a mudra, thumb, index finger. Individual self is using divine love, fueling that personal love. And it's really amazing when we tune into that and we can recognize it and amplify it, be on the lookout for it, and have these moments, maybe just regular moments with others or with your pet or with another. Feel it's coming from a deeper place. All right, yielding into the Mother Earth. Okay, yielding, roots are growing deeper down. Such a great imagery if you're a visual person to have those roots growing deep, crystal center of the earth, and then bringing the hands to the heart. We're going to go into a classic flow, variation of Surya Namaskar with lunges. And so definitely lunge a block by your side. But this is where we also open and bring others into our practice. So think of someone you'd like to bring to the mat today, or be more than one person, or a place in the world itself. That light be greater than the darkness, holding now in the heart, offering prayers of care. Tapping into the spiritual eye, divine light, that divine love flows through you and you tune into it within them. And then you lengthen and grow. We add the back bend, lifting from the heart. And then we swan dive forward. Feet hip width apart. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, lift the belly, lift the heart, elongate the spine, feel the space between each vertebra. Bend both knees. I'm going to come to the front of the mat. You're going to step the right leg back into lunge. So, affirmation here. So right leg comes back. And let's just come on, let's pulse back through that back heel and then forward. Just coming forward and back. So offer yourself as a channel for this divine love to flow through you. And then we come on top of the knee and we shimmy shake the hips. Good. And we're going to come up into our knee down lunge. So when you're ready, you have your blocks by your side. You have the toe turn under, you're lifting up, the knees on the ground. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, ease and open. Go over. We'll use the Virabhadrasana 1 affirmation. I attune my will to the source of all power. Do this 2 or 3 times. I attune my will to the source of all power. Opening up to that divine flow. So, and then divine love as we come forward. And then we're going to step it back. We're going to come off of that knee. And we're going to step back into our plank. And see if we can flow through this one. So we take the strength of the plank, core strength, whole body strength, chaturanga or knee, chest, chin chaturanga. And then the rising up. Feel the heart radiating. Open through the lion's breath. Love and goodwill to others, especially that person or situation you're bringing to the mat with you. I radiate love and goodwill to that person, to others. And I offer myself as a channel for this divine love to flow through me. Nobody owns it. And then we come back. And we keep flowing. And there, knees off the ground. Down dog. Tune into the oceanic sound. Tune into that life force healing energy. Ease, calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Okay, now we're going to step 1 foot forward, then the other, one hand, then the other. Walk our hands over to the little toe side of the right foot. And bend the right knee and add the twist. Left arm reaching up, head to tail connected. 2 to 3 breaths here. And down. You guessed it, left knee bends, left hand out and twist. You're focusing on the oceanic sound. Life force, the channel of divine love, you're opening. Something beyond the personal love, that's feeling of the personal love. And as we relax and cast aside mental burdens, letting go. My soul, like I'm going to come up straight spine this time. My soul, like a weightless balloon, soars upward to skies of eternal freedom. And feel the space above you, all around you, within you. Circulate. Lift up. And rooting down and rising up with the hands in, namaste. For that person, and bring to the mat or persons. Tap into the spiritual eye. The waking of higher consciousness within them, and then ultimately within all beings. Big prayer of care as we swan dive forward, come to the front of the mat starting, hinging forward, classic lunge series. This time we bend both knees and the left leg comes back. And we pulse forward with the upper body, And then reach back through that heel. So you really feel the hamstring when you reach back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay. And then the knee touches down. Knee touches down. Jani Shirshasana is also an option if this isn't, lunges don't work for you in this formation. We're going to inhale and we're going to rise up. So good for the shoulders and the hips. Remember, we talked about the 4 days. We did this last week, but without coming off of that knee from the upright position. Now we're coming from the ground up. Exhale. I attune my will. You want to bring the forearms together to the source of all power. Or a combo. Just feel the pulsation, rooting as we ground, attuning to something greater. That's always the theme, but especially with the love. Where does this personal love originate from? Where does it come from? And it comes from the divine love as we come down. And we'll should we shake a little bit, keep hydrating, recognizing the sacred gift. As I open myself as a channel for divine love to flow through me. And I radiate goodwill. It could be empathy, it could be kindness, it could be love to others. You could do that walking down the street if you see somebody struggling. You don't necessarily have to go to them, you could, but you could radiate that energy. All right, from here, we're going to turn the back toe under. And we're going to give it a oomph now. We're going to give it a oomph if possible to bring that back foot to the front. As we sway and relax and cast aside any mental burdens. So nothing on can hold you back. And connecting to this greater source, although it can feel like that at times. The ultimate truth is your soul, as we come up into a straight spine around the spine, cosmic, your soul floats like a cosmic balloon soaring upward to skies of eternal freedom. Soul, like a cosmic balloon, upward to skies of eternal freedom. And then at your pace and at your timing, swirl it around. Feel the effect. It's a classic Sri Namaskar. And adding the thumb and index finger together, we now that individual self uniting with the divine love. We're talking divine love today. It's definitely a heart-centered experience, not a hot chakra. Drawing that energy upward to the spiritual eye, out in front of you. Offering those prayers of care for others. Keeping them in your heart. Okay, let's take it into a balance pose. And this is a little more challenging. So I'm a fan of the block. I'm going to have a little sip of lemon water here. For Garadasana Eagle pose. So when you're ready, the block is going to come by the outside of the left foot. We're bent, lots of ways to enter this. I like getting the arms going, okay? That meaning the right elbow underneath the left. Lift the tips of the elbows up, and the shoulder width if you can. And then rooting down into your chair pose. Now, I find it helpful to look at a point on the floor, drishti gaze out or out in front of you. The foot can tap onto the block or it can kind of hover. So I'm gonna use a block. And keep lifting up those elbow tips as you reach down through the hips. Amidst life storms, I find my center. I can come back to my center. I can come back to the divine love. I was feeling everything. Amidst life storms, I find my center. Come back, divine love. I can recognize from that personal love where the origin is. And then unfurl. That was right elbow, right knee. We're going to take a moment here in a balance. And then shake it out. Good, that's a strong one. Eagle pose. Let's take it over to the other side. See how we do on this side. Take your time. Get our eagle wingspan going. Opening up. Checking out the birds all around us. As the left elbow is underneath the right. And a lot of big birds in springtime. Little ones, as we root down and look at a point in front of you for the balance. This side will be different. There's the block. Sinking deeper. If Dharandasana isn't your thing, you could do a tree pose. You could do any balance pose you like. Amidst life storms, I find my center. I could come back. Into the origin. Divine love. Deep into the Ujjayi breath. 3 to 5 breaths here will give us the benefits. If it's in longer, if you need to come out, come out. If you want to stay longer, unfurl, I'm coming out. And taking another balanced moment. And letting that focus and concentration that's needed for our balance poses. We're just letting it now flow more. Great. Okay, still have your block by your side. Because with this heart energy, heart chakra, we're talking with the love, we're going to take it into a half camel and a one-legged center down dog. So if this isn't your practice, you can do bridge pose instead of half camel. Let's tune in. Let's tune into the heart energy. Where's that personal heart energy coming from? What's the source of all? What's fueling this individual self, this personal love? Tap into the spiritual eye, tap into the crown, lengthen and grow, maybe add a deeper back bend. It's wonderful to really feel the divine presence, the origin of the love. Inhale. Expand it. Capture it. Notice it. And amplify it. So when we step back into our three-legged dog, we're opening up. Inner borders of the feet come closer together. We lift the right leg up if possible. Bringing the left heel down. Maybe you want to add some hip openers here. Out to the side. 2 or 3 times. Squat a lot to stay with that leg extended. And then again, we're going to step through, look at the space between the hands. It may take several steps to get there. But like we did with our lunge, we're going to take it into a camel, half camel. Strasana. Okay. So I'm going to place the block. Left calf. Up. So again, this isn't possible. We'll take it into bridge. Soften the shoulders. Sweeping The left arm around. Know that you can go to your back thigh or know that the block is there as the right arm reaches up. And you can have that block higher. With calm pace, I open to the love. Natural affirmation is to the light, where we open to the love. Any of the divine qualities, light is one of them. Calm faith, I open to the love. The divine love, and saying it again and again on purpose, that's fueling our personal love. But we may not think of it like that. In fact, the ego takes it very personally. But we're expanding. It's already feel that. Not feeling that separate self. Well, feeling it, but expanding and opening into something greater. All right. Coming back. With the arm, it's quite a big chakra opener, heart opener. And we transition by coming off of that knee, the left knee. Let's maybe add a twist here. Why not? Lifting the right arm up, easing those hips down. So it's strengthening the core. Draw the navel to the spine. That's it. And then the hand comes down, come off the block. Where you can either go into child or you can flow through into the classic chaturanga. Up dog, cobra. Radiating goodwill, love, kindness to others. And then we'll rest. So we're radiating that energy, and then we're also receiving the energy. And I don't focus on that a lot, but that's all part of it. We're receiving divine love. Satchit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss that is pouring back to us. It's a formless. So we have moments of stillness, meditation, and more receiving of that divine love. And then round up, so you know that flow, the giving and receiving, the giving and receiving. And we get ready for our three-legged dog series to the other side with our half camel. Okay, toes turn under or back. Three-legged dog, if it's in your practice, your borders of the feet together. The left leg lifts up. Try not to twist that torso out to the side too much. It goes a little bit, but keep anchoring down with the shoulders. Bend the left knee, opening the hip. Peace radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Learning the highest truth. As we look at the space between the hands, a giant step forward. Take your time to set it up. And our knee down, half camel. All right, we might use in the block. Ardha Ustrasana. I like to widen the foot a little bit. If you're feeling unbalanced, widen that foot out to the outer corner of the mat. Tailbone draws down. Heart lifts open. Sweeping that arm up like a brush stroke and around to the calf, the thigh, the block. There it is. And other arm reaches up, hips come forward. With calm faith, I open to the light or thy light or whatever spiritual beings you'd like to open to. With calm faith, universal love, I open to the light, to the love. When we're supported, we tend to stay here longer in our half camel. I certainly can longer than us not using the block. And then when it's time, you'll know to come out. Take your time. Woo. Bring your hand forward. And we're going to add a twist like we did on the other side, so we come off of that knee. If this is your practice, otherwise, anything that works for you. Doesn't have to be child pose, it could be a different pose. And then we add that twist. Going to be on the block, right corner of the abdomen to the left. Stacking those shoulders. Twisting out the physical, the mental, the emotional tensions. Sometimes we feel blocked. It's harder to, even though the divine love's always here, our individual being can feel blocked. So the practice is so great for opening up. Open and spacious, letting that hand come down, and yourself as a channel for this divine love to flow through you. Now, from here, we are going to take it into some core work of pigeon. So when we transition, we step, give it a heave ho with that back foot, let the upper body release, hamstrings open, and releasing any unnecessary burdens as we come into a squat. This is okay in your knees, or we're just coming all the way down, or you can come into a deeper squat here. So we'll release the back before we go into pigeon series, and use some core work here. Like in the feet, lift the heart, lift the head, palms face one another, and shimmy, shake down. Low back, mid back, upper back. Take your time, sweeping the arms overhead, arms out to the side, folding the knees in, and just ironing out the low back, mid back, upper back. Head goes along. The core work is always part of the asanas, but especially we could tune in to the bilateral here, the opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember to keep the navel drawn in toward the spine. Exhale, right arm extends, left leg extends. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite, left arm, right leg. Center, gotta keep those calves parallel. Keep going. At your pace, at your timing. Good. Focus be on the sound of the breath. And where, of course, really feel it in the core. Sensations in the body. A couple more in here. Sometimes this is nice to read the core work throughout, like a Namaskar A or B. All right. Knees in. If you want to do a couple more, feel free. Circling 3 times in one direction and 3 times in its opposite. So if your spine's okay, we're going to rock and roll. Otherwise, you're going to roll to your side. And we're going to do the pigeon swirls before we go into classic pigeon. So your both knees are bent, rooting down through the sit bones. Remember the rocking horse. So you lift the right knee and you lift the left foot. Okay. So hydrating joints, synovial fluids, back and forth. That's it. That's it. Great. Okay. And then from here, keep rooting down through both sit bones. And this is where we lightly bring the right hand down, the left hand sweeps in front of the left knee, then the right knee, and then up in that arcing fashion. And then back down again. Head goes along for the ride. Follow the gaze of the eyes with the hand 2 times or 3. As we lift up and then we come down. I'm going to go for 3. From the root chakra to the upper chakras. Remember, the first 3 are a lot, important. We are in this personal self with all the stuff going on, and yet we can also bring that personal self qualities upward to the love, to divine love, to the expansive feeling of being held in this divine love. So we're going to bring our right knee forward, our left leg back. If you want to use your blanket to fold it over, if your cheek is off the ground, feel free to do that. But we're going to start upright. We're going to start upright in our pigeon, Pada Rajakapatanasana. Now this is very advanced. If you want to do it, fine. If not, that's totally fine. But we already did our half camel, right? So it may not be too much, or it may be a lot to ask to come out to the side and grab that foot and then come forward. Maybe too much, maybe way too much to reach the arm up. But if you want, otherwise stay with both hands on the ground and pigeon with that leg extended. If you want to rock and roll here, you can use a strap too. It's fine. Sometimes that leg gets into a cramp though, by reaching back. I'm going to hydrate with more water. Okay, we'll release. And now we'll lift up through all the, remember the lotus petals are opening up with all the chakras. And then ease down. You're softening into in thinking of the love of God's energy of divine energy of divine mother, if that speaks to you, Heavenly Father. Soften at the spiritual eye, relaxing into this present moment. Coming into the sensation in the breath, in the body, and any lineage or traditions or love that is your spiritual practice, guidance. And if you do tune into ascended masters or angels, you do want to ask them for help. They want to help us, health issues, whatever it is, ask them for help. Okay, inhale, I'm gonna come up, radiating from the heart, all those backwards, really heart openness, love and goodwill, kindness to others, kindness to yourself, compassion to yourself as well. And then we come out of this, we're on the ground now, very grounded and rooted. And then we're just going to shift, and we're going to do this a couple times, back and forth, kind of a windshield wiper before we go to the other side. So just go back and forth. form of a twist. Before you will get that arm into it, I'm so tempted right now. Good. And then when we're ready, the knees touch down. Woo. Okay, there we go. Make sure the sit bones are rooted down. And, you know, mindful of the knees. Forgot to say sorry that this is too much. You make it work for you. Not everybody's knees may not work for you. But then we want to add the twist as we lift up, following the eye gaze with the hand. So if you're doing the leg extension, you add a twist to it. 2 or 3 times. With that rotation and allowing deep openings, especially in the hips, our creativity, our expression, our safety and security, you know, a sense of belonging, first and second chakra, sensuality, and letting yourself come into the right use of power of the 3rd chakra. The left knee comes forward. Now, you know, you'll know if you want to come onto that left cheek, use a strap, maybe yes, maybe not, with going back and forth, or maybe even lifting the arm. Again, this is a lot, but we did it in our variation of this in our half camel. Okay, get set up for full pigeon. So 3rd chakra, that right use of power, the individual stuff keeps coming back, aligned to the greater love. Where is this love coming from? Where is this personal love coming from? That's the origin. Amplify it, recognize it. And these simple routine moments of everyday life. It's easy to start with pets. There's unconditional love there, and just amplify what's there. Amplify, and then we'll do it with humans. Let yourself come down. Stacking one hand and the other. Softening the shoulders. As best as possible, releasing the past, releasing the future, coming into the eternal now. There we go. Sensation of the breath will bring us there. Sensation of the body will bring us here. We're also receiving that Satchit Ananda. Ever new, ever conscious. The bliss of the divine love coming into us. That's here, that's full, that's free. Receiving. See where you can soften just a little bit more. And start to rise up, rising up. Inhaling. Notice petals opening. And then we're going to sweep that right leg around. Before we come to the ground, just take a moment to feel the benefits of left and right. Coming into the central channel, belly, heart, spiritual eye, crown, inhale, father's side, and receiving back down to Mother Earth. and stall. Okay, we'll do another back release, and then eventually, pretty soon, move into Shavasana. So let's do a back release and add the core strengthening before we do our final pose. So plugging in the feet, lifting the heart, and exhale, rounded spine, shake down. Keep pressing through the feet, ironing out the back. Angel wings expand. Now you can, well, let's all just fold those knees in. You can keep it like you were with the knees bent, or you can have the legs extended. Okay. Same thing with the arms, but plug those shoulders in. It's an opposite. We'll do 4 to 6 of these mindfully. Exhaling. Right arm, left leg. If this is too much on your core, go back, bend the knees, and go back, the other, and switch. Lift the belly, and able to toward the spine. Bilateral movement, you know how good that is for the brain and the body. After right hemispheres. Getting out that tension, getting out residual traumas that get stuck in the tissues. And then the knees, circling around again. We'll end with the fish pose, another heart opener. So fish pose, let me take the blanket out. We bring the palm facing down, forearm down underneath the cheeks. Extend the legs. Arc the spine and come on lightly to the back of the head. Not jamming into the back of the head. We're breathing into the heart, throat, belly, and affirming my soul floats on waves of cosmic light. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. Now, press through the forearms, ease down onto the back of the head. Then one knee to release the hand, then the opposite. I like to take the hand at the back of the neck just to kind of counteract right down the central channel. Do a mini release of that right leg going out to the side, the head turning to the left. So that tension release, trauma release keeps going, keeps releasing. It's 8 times, doesn't have to be long. And then of course, left leg hinging like a windshield wiper from the hip and turning to the right and center. One side will be easier than the other. Okay, back into the central channel. This is that juicy moment where we decide what's going to feel good for you for your Shavasana. Is it going to be legs up the wall, shoulders stand, Supta Baddha Konasana, what I'm doing, props, classic, regular legs extended Shavasana. Get yourself cozy and warm, wide legs. But we really allow ourselves just absorb the many healing movements and affirmations of our practice together. So I will get settled into and okay. Taking your time here.
One simple but brilliant
Okay, so what we're gonna do, don't worry about what's happening there.
hot and stuffy rooms during
We
summer?
have
This genius way to cool any room in 90 seconds for almost zero cost is
we
taking
have
over
a
the market.
situation going on that is beyond my control, unfortunately. But this is life. My husband was trying to put the music on, and it went to some ad. So our humanness and our technology sometimes doesn't always stack up. We're going to start by tensing the body. Remember how we started? Double breath, inhale, short, long, inhale. Vibrate with energy. And then exhale, short, long, letting go. We got the music going. The Om sound. Let's do that again. Short, long, inhale, tense. Vibrate with energy. Exhale, letting go, short, long. Easing the head from side to side. Knowing that the divine is within me and I am well. And the effort of the movement of the postures is now turning into ease. Notice where your body contacts the earth and let it feel supported. And supported by the divine love that flows through you. Softening the eyes, go from top down, and the jaw. Feel some sensation inside the mouth, the sense of taste, the tongue, the teeth, gums. Feel the cool air on your next inhale as it comes through both nostrils, maybe even fullness at the spiritual eye. And that warm air as it comes out of the nostrils. Keep a gentle focus of that light of the spiritual eye. Know it's there. The love is there. Divine love is fueling this personal self, the origin. And going back to the origin of where the love comes from. Hear that oceanic sound, the most audible in your throat. And remembering to return to this oceanic sound. It's part of the Satchitananda, that vibrational healing, returning to what's whole and free. Letting the shoulders ease away from the ears and radiant sensation streamlines down both arms. Natural bend of the elbows and the wrists, left and right. Pulsation sensation in the palms of the hands, digits of the fingers. Know that the divine is within me. I am well. So bring that to yourself. Expanding the source of love. Expand the individual self into the source of love. Especially in the heart area, the heart chakra. Let the breath open as much as possible to the sacred gift of divine love, animating the personal self, the personal love. Feeling the belly and the ribs expanding and oscillating with the inhalation and the exhalation, and the pauses in between. God is within me. I am well. Relaxing the cheeks, the thighs, the knees, calves, ankles, all the way down to the soles of the feet, digits of the toes. Relaxed and aware. Already whole, already free, already aware, resting in the truth of who you are, the divine truth of who you are, the divine love, resourcing that, amplifying it, recognizing it, and resting and receiving it. Well, divine is within me and all around me. As always, you're welcome to rest longer in Shavasana, or you can begin to transition. It's completely up to you. And we have been affirming in a classic namaste where we, but if you're transitioning, this is, do that, but we're radiating goodwill and kindness toward others as you offer yourself as a channel for divine love to flow through you. This is another way of seeing the light and the love which we focused on today. Where is it coming from? It's coming from divine source coming through our personal self, but we don't always recognize it like that. So think of others you'd like to send this love to. And perhaps rubbing the hands together, whatever form works for you, to send the healing light and love, inhaling to others through Om. Bringing in our hands together in Namaste, acknowledging that divine light, that divine love within you, and recognizing that in everyone and everything. That's where we are one as we bow to the wisdom of our heart, letting it lead the way, and the intersection of our human love. Where does it come from? Divine love. And I will officially end the recording here.